My friends, it is the 3rd of October 2023 and I'm in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. I just arrived on a connecting flight from Amsterdam and will continue with Saudi Airlines to Singapore, boarded the Dreamliner Boeing 7879 in economy class. Thank you so much for joining and coming along, and let's begin a trip report. Welcome to Jeddah King Abdulaziz International Airport Terminal 1. This is the center of the international concourse where you'll find many shops and restaurants. However, thanks to my KLM Flying Blue Platinum status, I can enjoy Saudia's Al Fursan Business Class Lounge. This beautifully appointed lounge is a lifesaver when transiting for many hours at Jeddah Airport. I'm on my way from Amsterdam to Singapore with Saudia and just have a 2-hour layover here. But there are many connections between Europe and Asia. We have to wait for several hours. Saudi Arabia is a country in transition and the national airline is reinventing itself as well. For some time you can find deeply discounted ticket prices for economy as well as for business class with Saudia. This is of course to attract potential new passengers and to promote Saudi Arabia in a positive way. One thing to keep in mind when flying with Saudia is that you won't find any alcohol or pork served on board of the aircraft and on the ground in Saudi Arabia. The Islam religion is of course deeply rooted in the culture, and the country has several sacred places that are of significant importance to the Muslim community. That being said, as a non-Muslim, you don't have to worry in this country at all. Just be respectful and mindful to others. The food and drinks in the lounge will keep you well fed and hydrated for the duration of your stay at the airport. The options and variations are really endless, but you have a good mixture of hot and cold food, as well as a wide selection of coffee, tea and soft drinks. There's even a pizza bar and a pasta station open during midnight. I've got myself a falafel wrap, some noodles with salted vegetables and rice with shrimps. For drink, peach iced tea would be just fine. Everything tasted quite well and in line with what you expect from good buffet food. Today's flight will be SV 836 from Jeddah to Singapore, departing just after midnight and arriving in the late afternoon in Singapore. I made my way to the gate and boarding was apparently almost already completed. There was no queue and they were also doing the last call already. I'm on seat 46L, and my first impression is that the cabin looked pretty good. At your seat you'll find a blanket and a pillow with flimsy cover. The seat itself has fox leather cover, and here you can see how it looks like when fully reclined. The headrest can be folded sideways and move up. On the side you'll find the coat hook. The IFE screen is of a standard size, with in the left corner an audio port and a USB port. The tray table can be opened half or fully and slides towards you. Legroom is more than generous here, but what I noticed though is that my flight to Singapore doesn't have a footrest, while on the flight from Amsterdam to Jeddah it did have a footrest, and both flights were operated by a Boeing 7879. Oh well, that's fine I guess. Individual air fans are present, as well as universal power sockets at the bottom of your seat. Boeing 787 have a black spot here, where dirt could pile up, but it looks like Saudi is keeping this part pretty clean. Before takeoff, hot towels were handed out, as well as earphones. It's been a while since I've seen an airline giving out hot towels in economy class, so that was a pleasant surprise.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Wish you a nice and good flight. And all flight attendants, please be seated for takeoff. Thank you.
Flight time to Singapore will be 9 hours for today's flight. Besides the safety demonstration video, Saudia will also play a video praying for a safe journey. It's of course appropriate to remain silent during that time. When the seatbelt sign was turned off, the crew came by and handed out a bottle of water and an amenity kit. Water is always appreciated, and the amenity kit contains a sleep mask, earplugs, pair of socks and a dental kit. This would have been something very good, but on an earlier flight from Amsterdam to Jeddah, I was handed a more elaborate amenity kit. I mean, look at this. The content is the same, but these products look so much nicer. Why not give the better one for both flights? Wi-Fi is available on board of the Boeing 787. However, it's kinda strange. You can opt for 50 MB internet costing $20 or choose the free one. The free messaging plan has a limit of just 5 MB or a time limit of 50 minutes. Whichever limit you reach first will end your free Wi-Fi connection, and that's just lame. Anyways, food was served next. We were each handed out a snack menu. It contained a pizzetta with basil and pesto, a chocolate cupcake, and a drink of your choice, in which I went for apple juice. The pizzetta tasted quite good and wasn't too chewy. Up next, let's explore the entertainment system. Overall, the selection is limited, but there's enough variation and a good selection of recent releases. As a long-time Nintendo fan, I had to watch the Super Mario Bros. Movie, of course. After the movie, I tried to get some sleep. I woke up twice, but could still manage to get a solid 5-hour rest. During the night, the crew came by just once, and there wasn't anything set up in the galley. It was even off limits to us. So yeah, good luck staying hydrated with just 2 mini bottles of water. Breakfast was served 1.5 hours before landing, and we could choose between full and scrambled eggs. Not knowing what full was, I went for the scrambled eggs. I did ask the crew what full was, but they only said it was an Arabic dish. Would they have explained it a bit more, I might have chosen it. The scrambled eggs comes together with salted mushrooms and potatoes, mini flatbread, a cup of fresh fruit, yogurt and an apple juice as my choice of drink. The eggs were a bit bland, but the rest of the meal was quite tasteful. Here's a shot of the lavatory, which by the way stayed clean throughout the journey. And now let's recap the flight, as we start our descent into Singapore. Saudia does most of the things right, but they seem to be a bit inconsistent, and there's of course room for improvement. They do certain things most other airliners don't do anymore in economy, like giving out amenity kits and providing a hot towel service. But on the other hand, the basics aren't there yet, like being inconsistent with the amenity kit, mostly disappearing during downtime, and don't set up any snacks or drinks for passengers for the downtime. Jeddah Airport, the lounge, the seat, entertainment system, cleanliness of the aircraft and the quality of the food were all fine, but I would love to see improvement with the Wi-Fi offering, a more proactive crew, and overall a consistency in their service. With these recommendations, I'm very confident Saudia would be an amazing airline in the near future. My trip from Amsterdam to Singapore cost just 615 euros and is part of an open jaw trip to Asia. For that reason, I would still recommend them. The low price makes it absolutely value for money. And that was Saudia Airlines from Jeddah to Singapore. Thank you so much for joining and coming along. Take care guys, and we'll see each other in the next video.